Kristen is a little regretful. She was very active, and she wishes she was even more sexually active.
I just wish I butterflied around a little bit more.
Can you imagine sitting there and you're listening to your wife talk about how she wished she had spread her legs for more men in her 20s before she met you? Oh!
I would say the minimum is at least like 10 to 20 million.
A guy who makes 9 mil? Nope.
Okay, sure.
What are you bringing to the table that's so valuable that you believe that an $8 million a year earning man is beneath you? I'll wait.
You're a I'm a
Yes.
Why? I don't know who they are. You just said you want to be in a video. All right, well, what? Okay, wait.
This is the same woman that in 5 or 6 or 7 years will turn around and be like, where are all the nice guys? We're starting with a bang. Here we go. Hello and welcome back. Who's ready? Who's ready for a hot show? Very spicy is all I'm going to say. Welcome newbies, by the way. I am so glad. You guys are blowing up the channel. Thank you. Love you. Let's keep it moving. All right, today, 5 clips. We're starting with a bang. Kristen Bell and Justine Lupe. Did you see that Kristen Bell did this podcast with her husband? Let's hit it.
You've had a lot of lovers.
I dated a lot in my 20s. I dated a lot. I didn't have a lot of like long-term relationships. I kind of did like 6 months, 3 months, like all through my 20s back to back. Great.
Yeah. Kristen is a little regretful. She was very active.
You were actively always with someone.
She was very sexually active. And she wishes she was even more sexually active.
I just wish I butterflied around a little bit more.
Yeah. On a scale of 1 to 10, how sexually active were you? In your 20s, I guess.
Well, 10 how do you say that? 10 is
yes.
like having sex and 0 is not?
0 is is virgin.
No sex.
Yeah.
10 is sex worker.
4?
Okay.
And I just wish I maybe would have gone.
6?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I was at 6.
Nice.
Yeah, really good stuff,
healthy
ladies.
6.
Yeah.
Good for you. I'm
Really good
proud
stuff,
of
man.
you.
High five.
You guys get along so well. You
Yeah.
have such a cute relationship. Right out of the gates when you started working together, you started coming around the house.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Please, before I vomit. Oh, I could just. Okay. Where's the barf bag, everyone? Oh, man alive. Okay, so the first girl that you see talk there is Justine Lupe. Okay. The second girl that you see talk is Kristen Bell. Kristen is married, for those of you who don't know, to the podcast host. That's Shepard. So you see him say about his wife, Kristen wishes she had been a little bit more active. She was really sexually active in her 20s, but she wishes she was more active. And then you see Kristen Bell say, yeah, I wish I had like butterflied around a little. That means like spread it for everyone, butterflied around a little bit more. Her husband is the host. Okay, is it just me? Is it just me? This guy, by the way, what the hell, man? He should be so beyond humiliated by this encounter. I really just can't. I don't know what. Guys, it's beyond low T. What's going on with some of these guys? It takes low T to the next level. Can you imagine sitting there and you're listening to your wife talk about how she wished she had spread her legs for more men in her 20s before she met you? Oh, disgusting. Now notice, by the way, she's not saying, oh, I wish I had more fun before I had my family time. I wish I had met Dax earlier and we could have partied it up more together. No, he's X'd out of the. She's not saying that. She's not wishing she had met him earlier and done all of those crazy things with him. No, honey. It had to be a bunch of strangers to make her feel good about it. Oh, these women are disgusting. And then notice how slapping the hands. Oh, yeah. Oh, you were at a 6? Oh, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous that you spread your legs for more strangers than I did. Way to go, girl. That's what your 20s should be about. I mean, what the hell, man? What is going on with these women? Now, these are not young women, right? They're older. They've got families. I don't know about Justine Lupe, actually. Kristen Bell is not 20 years old anymore. How disgusting. And this is the problem. Because then young women listen to them and they're like, she's so right. I should have just gotten spread my legs for everyone. Now's the time. I'm 22 and I should just be sleeping with everybody. Who cares? This is what my 20s are. Oh, thank you, Kristen. Right? And then they do that. And then they wake up at 28 and they say, oh, well, I've slept with everyone in New York. That's done. And I really just want to meet a good guy because now I'm like, okay, I want 3 kids and I need to have the first one by 30, the second one by 32, and the third one by 34. Women do this, right? They start becoming like, oh, I have to, map everything out now. 28 hits and it's like, ooh, okay, so I need a gentleman. I need a really good guy who makes a really good, and now they've got the list. I need a really good guy who makes a lot of money and because, it's, why not? And I need this to, where is he? Where's the gentleman? And I need him to be, a gentleman. I want him to pay for everything. And their list is a mile long. And now that guy that they want looks back and says, oh, honey, aren't you the one that spread it for everyone in your 20s? And she says, well, that shouldn't matter. That was my 20. Yeah, it matters to me, honey. I'm sorry. I'm not interested because gentlemen don't do that. Gentlemen don't mess with women like you. And now she's like brokenhearted, or she becomes defiant. Oh, you're an incel. You're an incel, right? Then all the names start go. You're a misogynist. You have a double standard for women. Like then all the panic and they erupt because no one tells them the truth. First of all, it's not empowering to screw everything that walks. Kristen, it is just not the way to go. Women do not feel empowered, do not get gratification out of screwing everyone that walks. They get depressed. They get stressed out. They feel like they wasted time. They feel like that guy doesn't call them back. They're always in angst. Okay? So let's just be real. Secondly, you're not going to snag a gentleman ultimately if you behave like this. Odds are not in your favor because that gentleman's not going to want this passed. He's going to be like, I'm going to pass on that, right? It's disgusting. Thirdly, it's just disgusting. This behavior is disgusting. It's so vile to see women have no self-respect for their bodies and actually sit and say, oh, I wish I had banged more guys when I was 22. Not you, hubby. Not talking about you. Before I met you, I wish I had just banged more guys. Ew. I don't know as a man how you ingest that information and you ever look at her the same again. Or it's beyond vile. Not only that, it's so disrespectful. Even if he doesn't feel disrespected, and he's obviously a strange bird and doesn't, or maybe he does internally and doesn't share it. I don't know. But even if he doesn't, why are you as a woman saying that publicly? So now it's out there and everyone's like looking at him like he's gotten low T, looking at you like you just, what? You were slutty, but not slutty enough. You wish it's just not a good look for anyone, right? Man alive. These women are freaking leavable. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. You want to do it. You do. No one's telling the truth just quite like me. Yeah, you needed a Brooklyn girl to come in and just say it like it is. Love you guys. Hit subscribe, hit like. And let's do number 2 because we have a delusional. I believe this is the Whatever podcast. Delusional Woman of the Day. Let's hit it.
What would you want the minimum yearly income to be for your future husband starting with you?
I would say the minimum is at least 10 to 20 million.
Mm-hmm. You can make $300,000 a year and be totally set for life.
For sure. We're not trying to live a normal life.
I think there shouldn't be judgment on someone else's goals, even if they don't align with yours. Because yes, I'm saying I want my future husband or wife to have 20 million, but that means I also will have 20 million. Right. Because I know I'm going to make that type of money. I have to have a partner that's on the same level as I am.
A guy who makes 9 mil? Nope.
Okay, sure.
What's the lowest?
Yeah, I'm not trying to go lower than that.
You wouldn't do 8 mil?
Our past people are in this range. Why would I settle for anything less?
Your past?
Yes.
You just broke up with a guy 3 days ago.
Yeah, I've had past relationships.
He makes 10 mil to 20 mil?
His dad does.
He doesn't.
That's why she's not marrying him. So I want to marry someone that has the same type of money I'm going to make. And I know for a fact I'm going to make that money.
And also I know he will eventually make that much money. So it's not like he's a bum. But it's I'm not even going to look your way if you cannot eventually get there. But it's not.
Do you remember when these conversations started a few years ago? You may. And we were saying that women wanted guys to make 6 figures. You had to make 6 figures or you were out. Now they're not saying 100K. They're not even saying 200K. They're saying 10 to 20 million. Honey, okay, the brain dead. How many people make this money? 0.0000001%. I mean, I'm just throwing a number out there. It's so utterly ridiculous and small, the number of people that make this amount of money. I would ask her, first of all, how do you know, honey, that you're going to make this amount of money? The one that says, oh, I'm going to make it. Really, what do you do? How do you know you're going to make 10 to 20 million dollars a year? It's so ridiculous. You could almost just burst out laughing at them. Is it not, audience? Get in the chat. Is this not beyond the pale? And those in the audience who remember, do you remember those conversations a few years ago, 100K? Do you see the escalation that's happened? I want to see your comments. Get in the comments, get in the chat, and let me know what you think of 10 to 20 million. I'm not saying don't reach for the stars, right? I'm not saying don't try to make your business as successful as it can be. Why not? That's not what's going on here. These women are saying, I am not settling for 8 million a year. Did you see when he said 8? She was like, 8? I mean, you could just die. So, honey, what are you bringing to the table that's so valuable, Love Muffin Sugar, that's so valuable that you believe that an $8 million a year earning man is beneath you? I'll wait. Did y'all see anything that was so unbelievable? I mean, is she an angel? Did she come down and then she's got a halo around her head? What is it, honey, that you have that's so incredible that an $8 million a year man is beneath you? I mean, you could just go insane. Also, people are now thinking that, I love this, right? Because women are making, money on the OnlyFans, all this stuff. And now everyone is getting this perception that like you hit a button and you're a millionaire. Ooh, it just doesn't. 10 to $20 million a year is very hard to make, even if you are at the top of the top of the top of the top. So Honey Bunny times 2 needs a reality check here, okay? Guys, if they say this stuff to you, do me a favor and just leave. I mean, these women are just, first of all, they're bonkers. And secondly, they're not worth. If they're asking for the money, they ain't worth the money. Okay. Number 3, let's do it.
Okay, so here's an ick that nobody talks about that I'm going to talk about. Whenever you go out to like get drinks with a guy and say he orders something with like a straw or with the straw. Pick up your drink when you're drinking it. Stop bending over and having the glass just sit on the table and just pick it up.
Did you happen to catch the long pointy nails? I'm telling you, it is bulletproof. Long pointy nails, headache. Long pointy nails equals headache. Remember that you're going to one day you're going to be in a bar. You're going to meet a girl. She's going to seem awfully nice. And then as the night progresses, all of a sudden the crazy's going to come out and you're going to look down and you're going to see those long pointy nails and you're going to say, I should have listened to Jed, man. I should have listened 2 hours ago. 2 hours I'm never getting back. And what, $30 that I wasted. And now she's tipsy and the nails have become a weapon, right? Okay, just let you know. Okay, so why did I pull this video? First of all, she says it gives her the ick when y'all use a straw. Okay, you know what gives me the ick, honey? These videos that you make. You making these videos, these dumbass videos, talking about a guy using a straw and, I got to X him out because he used a straw. That gives me the ick. I mean, how many videos like this do we see where they have become so picky now? Is using a straw the most masculine behavior you're going to see in your life? No, right? Can it be feminine, especially if a guy's holding the straw a certain way? Yes, it can, right? It can be. Is that going to be your reason to say, let's say the guy checks all the boxes, right? Handsome, built, all this stuff, good job. Oh, his drink has a straw. Meantime, she's a walking headache and a hot mess, right? And if you bring up any of the things about her that are a hot mess, she'll be like, I'm perfect. I'm a 10, right? That's where we are. So that's why I'm bringing it up. Because picky, as my great grandma used to say, and yet brings nothing to the table, right? It's amazing, right? Now, I'm not saying maybe she's a nice girl. Maybe in this particular case, she does bring something to the table, but it's too often that you have women that are so unbelievably picky and they themselves bring so little to the table that it's become a comedy show, is it not? Y'all, I have your favorite new product. Y'all take creatine. Creatine is a powerhouse, not only for your muscles, for your workout recovery, but also for your brain. This is Lineage Provisions creatine. This is the cleanest creatine on the market. Now, what you don't know about creatine is that most creatine is garbage. It's not sourced well. It's full of chemicals, full of heavy metals. It's horrible. Lineage came in and they have, I'm telling you, man, it's actually quite delicious too. They added some sea salt from maximum absorption. So this is 5 grams of creatine monohydrate. I take it. I love it. I take like maybe 3 supplements and this is one of them. They added the sea salt. Your cells absorb creatine better when sea salt. So they brought that in here too. And those are the only ingredients, sea salt and creatine. That's it. It's third-party tested to ensure 99.9% potency and also 99.9% free of all the nasties, the heavy metals, all the toxic chemicals, all that stuff, glyphosate, pesticides, herbicides, all that stuff you don't want in there. They took it out. What do you use creatine for? Obviously, you go to the gym. It helps you build muscle. This is also brain power. It's incredible. It does something to your ATP. I'm not a scientist. I can't lay it out, but it makes it so that your brain is basically lit up. It's amazing. You will feel the difference. What else? No artificial sweeteners or flavors or colors or flow agents or anti-caking agents, gluten-free, GMO-free, made only with the essentials to support your health goals. This is the only creatine I would put in my body. It's purity tested. It's potency tested. Give it a try. Jedediah 10. Jedediah 10 is your code for 10% off site-wide at lineageprovisions.com. It'll be also linked in the description. If you decide you don't want creatine, but you want the meat sticks, you can get them there too. If you decide you want the protein powder, we're going to be featuring that soon as well. But I would tell you, if you take creatine already, or if you want something to maximize your performance, this is the only one that I would trust. It's actually really fantastic. I noticed a difference in my just whole recovery from working out just by doing this, which is kind of incredible. Okay, back to the show. Let's hit it. Number 4.
No one wants to date a bigot, and I think politics play a larger role in dating and dating choices by women than men are even capable of understanding. And then I think they sit on the internet and complain it's because they don't have enough money and they're too short. But really, it's because of your up belief system. That's why women aren't dating you. If you voted for somebody who repeatedly bashes marginalized groups of people, bashes minorities, bashes women, has no respect for them at all, yeah, that says a lot about your character, and that's unattractive to most women because that's an ugly trait to have. It shows that you condone those behaviors. Young women are shifting more left, and if you continuously shift more right in response to that rhetoric, then yeah, it makes you more unattractive to them. Voting for a man who is proven guilty of violent crimes towards women is indeed an unattractive quality. It shows us that you don't care about how that affects women at all. And I think to a certain extent, these men understand that, which is why they're on their dating apps saying they're moderate, saying they're apolitical, and all of these things, when really we know who you voted for, and that does make you undateable, and it does make you unattractive because you condone terrible behaviors towards women and minorities, and that will never be attractive. If you want better results in dating, I implore you to change that belief system.
Oh, the leftist woman. Oh, these women are so insufferable. And to top it all off, they're a bunch of leftists, which takes you go from vomiting to just the worst case of food poisoning you've ever had, right? I mean, there's nothing worse than a young leftist woman. By the way, these are the women. These are the emotional, young, single female voters that ruin every freaking election. They always vote for the socialists, the leftists. They buy the talking points, all the crap. And then you know what happens? Everyone's taxes go up. Cities get less safe, all that stuff because some ignorant, young, single woman votes for some crappy utopian cliche, right? Okay, we all know it, right? We all know that young, single women ruin every election. Here she is. So what I love about this is that she says... First of all, she's saying, I can't stand all these men that bash women. Meantime, every single post from this woman, and we've done a few of them, is her bashing men. So honey, look in the mirror, love muffin. Look in the mirror and self-reflect. What are you doing all day long? What are you doing? I love the implication that, young women are moving more left. So if you're going to continue moving right, we're not going to date you. Oh, well, congratulations, guys. You were just spared. You were just spared the awful, nightmarish experience of dating women like this. The implication is change, right? Change, guys. Change. Get more liberal. Get more like us. Or, we're going to oust you. So, guys, here's what you do. You turn around and you say, yeah, I think I'm going to pass. I'm not going to change. I'm going to stay grounded in what I believe in. And if you don't like it, honey, take a walk. That's all. Right? That's all. Stop paying them attention online. Stop doing all that. They'll be flushed cheeks, panic stricken in no time at all. Right? I cannot tell you how many times, by the way, living in New York City, For so many years, I encountered women just like this. They are everywhere. The cities are overrun with these leftist, brainwashed young women, and they get so peeved when a conservative guy or a guy that happens to be a Trump supporter or a guy that happens to be grounded in, hey, I want to keep more of my hard-earned cash, or I have traditional values. Because remember, this is not just about attacking men. She's going after the traditional values. And what does that look like? That looks like mom, dad, household, family, traditional man, traditional woman, traditional gender roles. It's all a problem to her. The young leftist woman has a problem with all that is traditional. So if she takes you out, if she tells you, oh, you got to shift over to the left, or we're not going to do, we're not going to have you, and you decide to sit down and shut up, or you decide to change your vote, or you decide not to vote, or you decide to not voice your opinion, who wins? Not only does her candidate win, but also what happens in society if all of these guys stop standing up for traditional values? Well, it changes, right? That's how you get your girl power movement. That's how you get this, oh, masculinity is toxic, now repeat it or you're out movement, right? That's how you get your men sit down and shut up movement. And so many guys have sat on the sidelines to not deal with, women like this and just say, let me just be quiet. You can't do that. You got to stand up respectfully, stand up for what you believe in, because the goal here is not only to shut you up, but to shut all of the traditional values up, to make it all go away, right? So that what can come in its place is all of this nonsense you can't stand, right? All of this nonsense you can't stand. So honey, listen. Oof, man alive. Guys, it's up to you. Make up your minds. Do you want to sit down and shut up? Or do you want to calmly and respectfully speak your mind? Okay, number 5. Last clip of the day. It's a good one. Here we go.
You're a I'm a Yes. Why? I don't know who they are. You just said you want to be in a video. All right, well, what? Okay, wait. I think I should take you on a date. Before we kiss, I should probably take you on a date, right?
I'm going back to New York tomorrow morning. Come on, babe. It's me or nothing. Come on.
It's you or nothing? Probably at a Waffle House, like quick breakfast, quick brekkie. For the fam. You know what I mean? Wait.
Oh, God. Now or never. I'm not usually like that, so now or never. I'll find someone else. You don't want to go with me. I'm fine.
No. How about you just grab my Gmail and then... Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just grab it. Yeah, just grab it.
Holy mother, as I say, man alive. It really leaves you kind of speechless, at least me. Guys, is this happening to you? Are you seeing him this sloppy? Get in the chat, please. If you're not in the chat already, you're in the comments. Are you seeing him this sloppy? Wow. See, this was not the norm. When I was hanging out in the lounges, this is like beyond the pale. And I guess this is like that spring break crazy too, where they're like, maxed out, drunk beyond belief. But she doesn't know him at all. She goes up to him and all she wants to do is just like tongue him down. And the guy is like, whoa, he's trying to get her on camera. He's trying to like make, he's trying to embarrass her, honestly, because he knows exactly what she's going to do. And this woman, what'll be amazing is that, first of all, this is the same woman, the same type that in 5 or 6 or 7 years will turn around and be like, where are all the nice guys? I just keep meeting these guys. There's no gentlemen left, right? She'll be complaining. In the meantime, this is what she did in her 20s. This is how she behaved. And there's no accountability for the way that you behave in a situation and what you then attract by virtue of that behavior, right? No accountability at all. This is also the same woman that will meet a nice guy and make him wait, right? She'll meet him and she'll be like, oh, he's really nice. And every time he goes to kiss her, she'll be like, oh, not yet. 5 dinners later, he's still waiting. Oh, I don't sleep with anyone this early. Meantime, this is what she's doing on spring break, right? She saw this guy, cute guy, zeroed in on him like a hawk, mind you. Went in, wanted to make something happen. Super slutty on the spring break. Super slutty. Then we'll meet the nice guy and he'll have to wait 10 dates, right? Before he gets a peck on the cheek. It's the same type of girl. That's why I always tell you is try to figure that out. Is the girl making you wait because she's a really good girl, in which case, yay, we applaud that, right? We want that. Or is she making you wait because she's doing this on the side and she doesn't really like you and she's taking you for your cash? Got to learn how to spot them. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Listen, we are coming up on 100K any second now. So I'm going to do something special at 100K. I don't know what it is. I'll think of it. Don't worry. But I need you to hit that subscribe. I need you to hit that like, and I need you to comment. It helps us with the algorithm. It helps us to grow. A lot of folks watch the channel, but they don't hit sub. I need you to hit sub. Can you do that for me? You know I love you, and you know I thank you for all of this. I'll see you back here again soon. Have a good day.